All right, here we go. Now I'm going to, oh, it's recording automatically because I set it to record automatically. All right, so here we go. I am going to, it says I cannot minimize the Zoom when you are recording a meeting. Well, let me go ahead and hit the pause.
Okay.
Boom,
Yep.
all right. So this is the welcome back agenda for our students that have been 100% virtual since September, meaning they have been staying at home and they have been getting their work done because the building may have been closed to them, but the learning never stopped. So today, the first thing we want to tell you is that the questions that you have from this meeting right now, do not unmute yourself and ask questions in the middle. Just write the questions in the chat, and we will be going to the chat at the end of this video to answer questions for you. But please be very thoughtful. Think of everything you can that you have a question about, because chances are, if you have a question about it, tons of people have that same question. So make sure you put those questions in the chat so that we can be very clear with you, okay? Next thing I tell you is, and this is a very selfish thing, but we need substitute teachers. If you have a parent with a high school diploma, has been out of school for more than 1 year, they are eligible to apply to be a substitute teacher here at Sodus Junior Senior High School. We need the more substitute teachers. The more substitute teachers, the better. So please think about applying and come work in our district. You'll be very happy with us. Okay? So the welcome back agenda, we're going to talk about what's new to you, highlights of the code of conduct, scheduling concerns, COVID compliances, and then we're going to check the chat to make sure that we are on the right page with what you need to know. All right? Having said that, I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Peach. She is our new assistant principal, and she's going to run us through the next few slides.
Hi, everybody. We are so happy that you are coming back to us. So we have a great staff here at Sodus Junior Senior High School. So Mr. Allen, myself, and Mr. Dasick, we are all things school. So anything school related, please come see us. Deputy Caitlin Fitzgerald is our school resource officer. She's been with us for 2 years. She is a great resource, and she always puts our students first, and we just absolutely love her. Ms. Kirky is our APD support. She supports myself and Mr. Dastic, and she is in our office, the APD office, formerly known as the Discipline Office. And APD stands for Assistant Principal and Dean. Ms. Walters and Ms. Fisher, they are our clerical support for the building and Mr. Allen. Ms. Tessier is in our guidance office, and she supports Ms. Thiel and Ms. Sheehan. Ms. Sheehan supports our students in grades 8, 10, and 12, and Ms. Thiel supports students in grades 7, 9, and 11, and they both are our school counselors. Ms. Budinger is our nurse, and she's located in the health office across the hall from Mr. Allen's office. Mr. Grinnell is right next door to me. He's our crisis intervention specialist, and he provides social emotional support for all of our students here at Sodus Junior Senior High School. Ms. Hayton Exley is our social worker, and she's located in the guidance office suite. Mrs. Drew and Mr. Humber are our school psychologists. So, folks, emergencies arise anytime, day or night. If you need us for any reason, please contact us. Those are our personal cell phones. Please email us. Whatever you need, we are here for you. So please don't hesitate to contact us either by phone, text message, phone call, or email us anytime, day or night. We are here for you.
So let's talk about scheduling conflicts really quickly. So you're going to be coming back to school on Monday. And for the first thing I want to address is I've been asked a few times, when do we get our new schedules? You do not have a new schedule. The schedule that you have been following through with thus far is your schedule still. There will be one change, and that is your PE. Your PE, if you're coming from virtual back to hybrid, That means that that virtual PE that you had 10th period will go back into your schedule at the previous period that you had at the beginning of the school year. So when you come back to school on Monday, you will have PE during a regular scheduled time. Your counselors will have schedules waiting for you on that day, okay? If you are unsure about this, check your school tool. Your schedule is on school tool as well. All right, you should be able to see your schedules now. If, this is going to be very important for high school students, if you have more than one study hall in your schedule, that was okay when you were virtual. That just meant that you could have more time to get work done in the middle of the day. But when you return to school here as a hybrid student, we don't allow students to have more than one study hall. It does not make for a conducive day in the building with you having that many study halls sitting in one room with people. So if you have more than one study hall, you will be sitting down with your counselor soon, and you will be shown classes during the periods of your study hall that you can consider. You will make some choices around what classes you want or you like, or the best class of all the classes that you're offered. You need to select those classes, and those will go into your schedule, and you will go into those classes, okay? If we can start and get you 0.75 credits for it, it'd be great. If not, that will start second semester. But people are not allowed to have more than one study hall at our school. Even without a COVID year, you're not allowed to have more than one study hall in your schedule, okay?
All right. So education is definitely a partnership. We can't do our jobs without moms and dads. And definitely, it's really important to maintain all your contacts, make sure they're up to date in School Tool. If you don't know if your contacts are up to date in School Tool and you don't have access to that, please contact Lori Arliss in our district office. She is all things School Tool and can get you connected. Maybe you already are connected and forgot your password. That happens to me as a mom all the time, every year. So it's normal. So her number is 315-483-5234. So definitely, if you don't have School Tool and are unable to check your contacts, please call Lori. She will help you get connected, and we will put that in the notes. Parent Square. If you have yet to download the app, it is so important that you download the app on your cell phones, because that's how you stay connected with all the updates in school. Teachers email you or text message you through Parent Square about progress with your student. Mr. Allen sends out messages in Parent Square. So it's very important. And you have the option of making the text feature or the email feature a priority. We would really encourage you to make the text feature the priority, because it's the quickest, most immediate message that you will get. School supplies. So school supplies lists are available on the website, but really, there are no lockers this year. So what we are suggesting is to be minimalist. So bring your backpack with your Chromebook and the charger just in case. Bring a accordion folder where every section is for a subject to keep you organized. Pencils, pens, and some paper. That's all we're asking you to bring, really and truly, because everything is online this year.
All right. So I'm trying to be creative here as I go. I've never used annotations before, so I apologize. I'm just trying to make sure that I get that part on there about Lori Arliss. All right. Because the phone number that Dr. Pete's offered was up there on the screen for a minute. It's the extension is 5234. So remember, if you want to get on that parent portal, it's 315-483-5234. All right, now I want to talk to you about maximizing your high school experience with sports and other things as such. Sports have returned. We do have a limited selection of sports, and we know currently up until up until January 4th at the least, we do not have basketball, and we do not have, we have a limited edition of indoor track at this time. but everything else is still happening. Plus, we also have a basketball club going on right now. So if you think that you're interested in any one of those things, they are available to you. We also have club cheerleading right now as well, okay? But following COVID guidelines, all right? That's going to be talked about a little later on, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Internships, ventures, and volunteer hours. We're talking about 9th through 12th graders. You might be concerned about your internship. You might be concerned about volunteer hours the most. And juniors and seniors be concerned about internships and ventures. All of these things can be accomplished through Miss Susan Van Aker. She's our internship coordinator. Internships are not really happening right now unless they are in our building. So you'll be supporting a teacher, or you'll be supporting one of our clerical staff in some capacity right now. But definitely reach out to Ms. Van Aker so she can give you all the rules around that. What we've done is we've also been very creative this year. We have students that need help with mentoring/tutoring. They need help with a subject. And if you believe that you're good at a subject, which every single person on this call is good at something, if you know that you're good at one of these subjects and you'd be willing to help a 7th grader, 8th grader, or 9th grader out with that subject, then let's do that. Whatever you're doing, it'll be counted as an hour per day that you meet with that student. And those hours will count towards your volunteer hours to set you up for graduation. And then we can get it towards your internship hours and set you up towards graduation. And if you need a ventures assignment for credit, you can do it this way as well and get yourself some credit for the school year. So please, when you get to school on Monday, think about talking to Ms. Van Aker about your internship, ventures, or volunteer hours. Okay, and if that doesn't work, come see me. I'll explain it to you. All right. 21st Century has started, which is our after-school program. I'm telling you right now, it never has been more important than right now to be a part of that 21st Century program. It is helping students to pass classes that originally they would use to, before COVID, you'd stay at the school 10th period and get help. You stay at the school 3 to 5 and get help. And now you're not able to because you were virtual. Well, 21st Century is here, and you may need to stay with them to get yourself back into the right habits of passing classes, okay? If you haven't signed up for it yet, then you will be allowed to stay if you have a ride. But if you do not have a ride, we won't be able to get buses to work for you until January, all right? All right. Highlights of the code of conduct. Let's see. Well, when you return to school, one of the first things I'm going to tell you is that we have a mask up policy at all times. So when you come to school and you go to a classroom, you will put your mask on, and that mask will stay on the entire class period. And when you're in the hallways, you will have your mask on the entire time. When you ride the bus, you have your mask on the entire time. Students have asked teachers for mask breaks. And when you ask for a mask break and a teacher grants that, you will all return to your seats. You will have to be all sitting 6 feet apart from each other, and you will be allowed to take your mask down for a brief period of time according to the teacher. Once that mask break is done, you will put your mask back on, and the teacher will let you know that we'll continue with talking to one another or whatever it is you were doing in the class period, okay? But we stay masked up entire classes from now on. That is definitely different than what it was in September. It will be treated like a dress code violation, and you can have a phone call home. There can be consequences, but I'll tell you what, anyone that violates that mask up policy numerous times, multiple times, you will be sent home and returned to virtual again. We can't really play games with this. You will be a virtual student again if you challenge the mask up policy, okay? I want to make sure you guys know about the e-cigarettes and the vaping and things like that. All the rules that we were in place before are still in place. You will have in-school suspensions. You will have consequences that could even require out-of-school suspension. You'll be going through our tutoring center. Vaping and all those things are not allowed in our building, and bringing a vape to school is not allowed. Okay, it's actually it's the same as any other drug, and you'll be considered dispensing or selling of illegal substances. Whether or not money is transferred, that doesn't matter. It's still considered distribution of illegal substances. 10th period help. I've already harped on this already. I'm on number 3 right now. 10th period help, peer tutors in 21st Century. It's just another way of reminding you all to please join the 21st Century program. That is going to be essential to your success this year. The cell phone policy, number 4 now. Cell phone policy, you know the same rule from last year, phones stay out of sight. A phone comes out, the teacher will remind you of the policy, you need to put it away. If you refuse to do that, they tell you, hey, you either put it in your pocket and you get to keep it, or I take it and I keep it for as long as I decide to the end of the day or the end of the period. And if that doesn't work, then we'll call somebody up. And when we come up to get a cell phone, administrators and the dean do not give cell phones back at all. We give them to the SRO, and the SRO holds on to them until your parents come. So please do not go that far with your cell phone. If it's that important for you to have, it needs to be important for you to have the entire day, meaning put it away so you can keep it. Lastly, detentions and ISS typically happen on the opposite day that you have the infraction. So if you're a purple student, meaning you come to school on Monday and Wednesday, and you wind up with an ISS, we're going to bus you in on Tuesday or Thursday for you to serve your ISS the entire day in the room. Dr. Peets?
All right. So a few things about social media and visitors. So it's very important to know and understand that a student cannot take a video, take pictures, or screen capture another student or staff member without their permission. It's just very important to be respectful of other people's privacy. A student may not post another student or staff member's image or video onto social media, regardless of the permission granted to take the image, without their direct permission to post the image. So it's just a part of the respect culture we are building here. If students share these images or videos off school property, they may still be subject to the code of conduct if the images or video have the potential to cause a disruption to the school environment. So please, 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 if you feel that, think before you act. If you think that this is disrespectful in any way, avoid doing it. Always think before you act, okay? Visitors, right now we are being very strict about having people in our building. This is a contingent on the advice we get from the Department of Health. Currently there are no visitors, okay? All parent-teacher conferences are virtual. In order for you, so if you have a dentist appointment, doctor appointment, what have you, in order for your mom or dad or whomever that's coming to get you to take you to that doctor appointment, your ride will need to pull up to the school crosswalk and call the main office at 483-5285, and we will instruct you from there, okay? Mm-hmm. In the event that visitors are allowed in again, they are required to report the main office and present identification, your driver's license, for the Raptor verification, sign in, and state the reason for their visit, okay? But right now, we are not allowing anyone in the building for any reason other than our students and staff. Student visitors from other schools and alumni are generally not allowed. So like I said, we are really locking it down. Nobody else except students and staff members are allowed in the building at this time. And as things change, we will keep you informed. And we do make exceptions, however, for our military alumni in full uniform. But like I said, we make some exceptions, but that's about it. Mr. Allen, anything to add about that?
No, it's just it's amazing that this slide comes from September when we thought that maybe we would allow, even our military isn't allowed in right now. You know,
I don't think so.
I wanted to keep the slide up though, you know, to leave ourselves some leeway for one day. Hopefully we'll be able to allow our military back in the building, but even that is not allowed. It's so amazing how things are working out.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so scheduling. So really, 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 it is so important for you to check your schedule in School Tool. Make sure that all your classes in Google Classroom are matching up to your schedule. They should, because you've been taking the same classes since September. There shouldn't be any discrepancies whatsoever, guys, okay? So if you do see a problem, like a course that showed up that you haven't been taking since September, please call your counselor, either Mrs. Thiel or Mrs. Sheehan, to let them know that you see something odd in your schedule. Okay?
Amen. Yep. All right.
Whoop. Chromebooks. Okay, so Chromebooks, this is really, really, really important, folks, okay? Every night before school, make sure your Chromebook is charged, okay? Be sure that it's charged so it's ready to go the next day. If you feel like there's any problems with your Chromebooks, it's not holding a charge, or you can't pull something up on it, please go to Miss Masser. She is all things Chromebook. She's located in the library on the second floor. Please go see her.
Amen. All right. Bus pickup. Bus pickup is it's tricky this year. The schedules have been sent. They were sent out last night. So look for it in the mail on Friday or Saturday. For you to know what time your bus is picking you up on Monday. If you do not know tomorrow, feel free to call the bus garage and figure that out and ask them what time they're picking you up. I wouldn't wait for Saturday. I would probably call tomorrow if I were you. Now, the tricky part about bus pickup is this. If you need to be dropped off in a different location than you were picked up, I call that a complicated plan. If you have a complicated plan, you should be reaching out to the bus garage and letting them know that you need to report this plan to them so that they can get you to the right spots. Currently, they're going to pick you up and drop you off at the same location until told otherwise, okay? And they can do complicated plans. It's just that you can't make a plan in the moment. We have buses allocated by sizes, so we're only going to take 22 students on them. And if you decide that on one day you need to go to someone else's house, that will not be, they will not be able to make those requests, okay? So you have to have a plan in place, and you have to do that same plan and routine every day. Now, mask up when you're on the bus and in school. At all times, even during PE, you will have a mask on the entire time. That's the third or fourth time I said it, so now you know it's very serious, all right? When you are dropped off in the morning time, you will walk through one of the main entrances to our school. We have the main entrance that you know about, but we also have an entrance closer to where the last year where the discipline office was. There's an entrance there as well. When you get out the bus, people will be outside directing you to where you'll go. Okay, you'll have a temperature check. You'll stand in line 6 feet apart from each other. You'll get your temperature check, and then you'll sanitize your hands, and then you'll go on to your classes. If you think you're sick, take your temperature at home. If you think that you're sick before you come to school, take your temperature. If it's over 99, stay home. Stay home. All that's going to happen is you're going to come here and you're going to be tested over 99. We're going to take you to the nurse's office. You're going to be placed in our isolation room and then sent home anyway. But when you go through our isolation room, they're going to tell you to go see your doctor, and your doctor's going to prescribe you for a COVID test, and you're going to be out of school for a lot longer. All right. So I would just recommend you stay home in the first place. And if you think you have symptoms, call us up. Let us know that you're not coming in because of your COVID symptoms. You call our nurse. Our nurse will tell you the same thing I'm telling you now, which is go to your doctor. See your doctor. Even if it's telehealth, see your doctor, and they'll tell you what to do from there. If you have to be COVID tested, you let us know, and you will be out of school until the COVID test comes back negative. All right. If you're sent to our isolation room, our isolation room has a long title to it. It sounds like it's dangerous or something. It sounds like it might be kind of dreary or drab, but it's not. Our isolation room is actually a very well-lit room where you can get your work done. You can bring your Chromebook and get your classes done while you wait to be picked up and brought back home, okay? There is a place for you to lay down there if you're not feeling well, and you do have 2 loving people in there that work with you, okay? All right, breakfast and lunches. I'm on to the next bullet, breakfast and lunches. We have an ordering system here where breakfast is brought every day to your homeroom. You'll just be all set with that from the very beginning. But your lunches, every homeroom, you get to order what you want to eat, and it's delivered to you in the lunchroom or in a mezzanine where you eat at every day. You already got a mailing from us a few weeks ago with a report card that told you if you're a purple or a gold student or a green student, and you also have a mailing that tells you where you're eating your lunch at, okay? So just follow those when you return to school on Monday. Virtual learners, you can eat as well. We have a way for you to go to elementary school and eat there. I think it starts at 11. I think it's from 11 to 12. If you do not know, then just give us a call. I'm going to jump down because I already talked about the purple, gold, gray, and green schedules. 5-minute passing times. This year is unique. We usually have a 4-minute passing time. This year it's 5 minutes so that teachers have more time to clean their desk. Mental health, that's there because we just want to let you know that we still have our social workers and psychologists here, and we have people that are around the clock ready to help you with any challenges you may have. Because of COVID, we're having a lot more mental health challenges than in the past. And if you would like someone to talk to, just go to our counseling suite and they will get you set up. All right. A lot of questions about band and choir this year. Will it still happen? The answer is yes. Band and choir will still take place this year. It has been happening. You will go to band, which is in the high school gym this year. You will be able to go to choir, which is in the auditorium this year. All right. I feel like I've been talking last. So I just want to breathe for a minute. Take that all into account. I'm on fire drills and lockdowns. Fire drills and lockdowns, we run fire drills the same way we always have. You will go outside, you will line up 6 feet apart from one another. You will do this drill very safely, and it will just take more time because we're moving so slowly. But we found that we do them much faster this year because we do fire drills through the first period. Whoever your homeroom teacher is, that's who you line up with. We no longer do it alphabetical order. So when you come to school, just know we have a fire drill, you're going to where your homeroom teacher is and not alphabetical order the way it was in the past. All right, lockdowns, this is very unique. Lockdowns, you usually would get in a room, you would go to a corner of a room and you would sit there together as a group. But we're not going to do that this year because that wouldn't be smart. So instead of having everyone go to one corner of the room and sit together, everyone stays where they are and the teacher just tells you where you would go. So the teacher will point out where you're supposed to be right now. If this was real, you would go in this corner and you would not open the door for the administration as they come by. All right. Lastly, this is really for students who need to leave because of employment or something like that. That's usually our juniors and seniors, and especially our seniors with the early dismissal and late arrival. Those things still will occur this year. You will have to sign up through the main office. Okay. I guess we're to the point where we're going to read the chat.
Question. Oh, we do have one question.
Okay.
So if one member of a family has a high temperature and they live in the same home, do all people in that household have to go home, or is it just the person that has the high temperature?
So it's just the person that has the high temperature. So what's happening is when a student, see now, first of all, let me preface this by saying this. Whatever I'm about to say is trumped by what the Department of Health tells you. So the Department of Health says everyone needs to go home, then that's what it is, and don't go by my words. But what my understanding of the guidance so far is if someone has a temperature, they will be quarantined and sent home. They will be put in an isolation room and then sent home. We will not come and get your brothers and sisters and say, hey, you all have to go home now. No, everyone else will still stay in the school and keep working. That one student goes home. That one student will have to be COVID tested. And while they're being COVID tested, they will be quarantined in the process. The rest of the family still comes to school every day, unless you hear from the DOH otherwise. Okay?
Okay.
Good question.
And I believe that was the only question we had, Mr. Allen.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that really concludes the presentation, and I hope that we all learned something. If you have any more questions at all, reach out to myself or Dr. Peets, and we will be more than happy to share with you. I'm going to put my email address and Dr. Peets' email address in there somewhere. See if I can do this. Let's see. Are you seeing that as I write it?
Yes.
All right. You guys must make me nervous. All right. So that is our email address. So feel free to reach out to either one of us with questions from the night. And I know we also need a Lori Arliss. If you wanted to get on Parent Portal, you can. Let's put her email address up here real fast. I mean, not her email address, her phone number.
315-483.
I know her phone number.
Okay.
The name is Lori Arliss. And that's who you would reach out to get Parent Portal. What does Parent Portal do? Parent Portal is the tool that we use to so that you can find out what assignments your student is missing or already has completed, their attendance, and also their referrals. If they've had any referrals, you can read all those things on Parent Portal in real time. So there's no question about what is being done in school. All right. Having said that, everyone have a great day. And I'll see you all back in school on Monday. I miss all of you, so I'm very happy that you'll be coming back to school.
Thank you. Have a good night. It was a pleasure meeting you, Dr. Peets.
It was a pleasure meeting you as well, Tyler. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.